44 people were hurt, several treated for broken bones. The pool has been shut down. They are investigating how this could have happened.
It may be the deadliest tourist spot in Hawaii. 29 people have perished in recent years at this famous location called Queen's Bath.
From wave pools that suddenly turn into tsunamis, to cages that drop you face to face with crocodiles, and glass bottom pools hanging hundreds of feet above the ground. These are not myths, they're real. Around the world, people swim in places so wild they look impossible. And the craziest part? These death-defying swims are open right now, daring anyone bold enough to dive in. Number 20. Shuiyun Water Park, China. On July 29, 2019, the wave pool at Yulong Shuiyun Water Amusement Park in northern China turned into something terrifying.
To that water park scare overseas, a malfunction causing a tsunami of sorts. Look at this, in a crowded wave pool. This was in northeastern China.
A massive mechanical failure caused a rogue wave that launched swimmers out of the water and onto the pavement. Around 44 people were injured. 5 were hospitalized with broken ribs and fractured feet.
44 people were hurt, several treated for broken bones. The pool has been shut down. They are investigating how this could have happened.
Online theories exploded. People claimed the ride operator was drunk and messed with the machine. But park officials denied that fast. The real reason? A sudden power cut. That blackout messed up the wave machine system, making it unleash a monstrous wave no one expected. Since opening in 2015, the park had welcomed around 500,000 guests yearly. The tsunami pool was meant to create relaxing wave action, not body slam tourists. After the incident, the pool shut down while investigators worked to stop this freak accident from ever happening again. Number 19. Crocosaurus Cove Pool, Australia. Here we are in Darwin, Australia, home to Crocosaurus Cove, where you're dared to swim with a real crocodile. Inside the cage of death, visitors step into a clear acrylic pod that drops into a tank holding saltwater crocodiles. Some are over 5 meters long and weigh more than 700 kilograms. The entire experience lasts 15 minutes. For the first 10, you're underwater face to face with the croc. In the final 5, the predator is fed, right near your glass wall. Safety is serious. Only people aged 15 or older can enter, and everyone signs a waiver. Despite rumors calling it a hoax, the pod is built with reinforced acrylic, and trained handlers supervise every second. Critics once called it a death trap, but the truth is, it's a carefully controlled, jaw-dropping encounter with one of nature's oldest hunters, and it's very real. Number 18. Glass Bottom Pool, Houston, Texas. 40 stories above downtown Houston, the sky pool at Market Square Tower appears to defy gravity.
This is a pool at the top of a building.
What the hell?
What is happening, you're wondering?
It stretches 10 feet beyond the building's edge, creating the illusion that swimmers are floating in mid-air. From above, you're swimming on a ledge. From below, pedestrians can see straight up through its transparent floor. Despite being called glass, the bottom is actually made from 5.5-inch thick acrylic, stronger than most people realize. It's 8 feet long, 4 feet deep.
This pool basically extends over, it's glass bottom obviously, but it extends over the hotel.
And reinforced with waterproof concrete and epoxy-coated steel. Designed to survive even hurricanes, this pool is both an engineering flex and a thrill-seeker's dream. Completed in November 2016, it's reserved for residents and their guests. Still, anyone passing underneath can see daring swimmers above. Number 17. Y40. The Deep Joy, Italy. In Montegrotto Terme, Italy, there's a pool so deep it held the Guinness World Record. Y40. The Deep Joy opened on June 5, 2014, plunging over 42 meters straight down, deeper than a 13-story building. That's like falling off the roof of a high-rise and just sinking. It holds over 4 million liters of thermal spring water, heated to around 32 to 34 degrees Celsius. Divers train across 8 platforms at multiple levels, and there's even a 60-meter underwater tunnel and cave system. The pool was the vision of Emanuele Boaretto, an architect who wanted a year-round training facility. 600 workers built it, and filling it took 9 full days. Italian freediver Umberto Pellizzari helped confirm the depth before opening. When the designs first came out, people didn't believe it. A warm diving pit that deep sounded like a sci-fi dream. But the blueprints became reality. Today, freedivers, filmmakers, and researchers all use the space, and it lives up to every word of the legend. Number 16. The Great Blue Hole. Off the coast of Belize, about 70 kilometers from Belize City, lies the Great Blue Hole, a massive circular sinkhole near Lighthouse Reef.
A blue hole is basically just a massive sinkhole in the ocean, and they can take over 100,000 years to form.
It stretches 318 meters across and drops 124 meters deep, so large it's visible from space. Scientists say it formed during the Ice Age, when limestone caves collapsed as rising seas swallowed them. Stalactites and stalagmites still sit at the bottom, proof it was once dry land. In 1971, Jacques Cousteau brought his ship Calypso here and called it one of the top 5 dive sites on the planet. Legends claim mysterious powers and lost civilizations, but science says it's a geological wonder. In 2018, an expedition even discovered 2 missing divers at the bottom. Training is essential. This is no casual swim. Number 15. Golden Nugget Shark Tank, Las Vegas.
Casino behind us is arguably one of the coolest pools in town, where you can swim next to sharks. Let's go check it out.
At the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino, the tank isn't just a pool. It's a shark-filled aquarium with a slide running straight through it. Built in 2007 as part of a $30 million makeover, this 200,000-gallon tank is home to species like tiger sharks, black tips, and zebra sharks. The waters swirl with stingrays and fish, while guests zip through a transparent tunnel slide that cuts right through the center. There's more. Behind-the-scenes tours with marine biologists reveal shark feeding strategies, anatomy, and how creatures detect movement with ampullae of Lorenzini and lateral lines. Number 14. Grutas Tolantongo, Mexico. Climb into the mountains of Hidalgo, Mexico, and you'll find Grutas Tolantongo, a canyon filled with warm mineral pools that flow down rock terraces like something from a fantasy novel. Around 200 kilometers north of Mexico City, this area sits at over 1,200 meters elevation. The water, heated by volcanic activity, flows at a steady 36 to 38 degrees Celsius. The blue color? A mineral mix of calcium and magnesium, beautiful to some, but unsettling to anyone with thalassophobia, the fear of deep or unknown waters, even if these pools are shallow. These chapoteaderos are carved right into the cliffs, and for people with bathyphobia, the fear of caves or deep voids, the glowing cavern systems here can feel more terrifying than magical. Back in the 1970s, local families formed a co-op, built roads, and opened the pools to the public. Now visitors swim, hike, and explore a glowing cave system with misty steam tunnels. Many thought these blue terraces were fake or digitally enhanced, but everything from the color to the cave heat is natural, just very rare. Number 13. The Pool of Death, Hawaii.
It may be the deadliest tourist spot in Hawaii. 29 people have perished in recent years at this famous location.
On the island of Kauai in Hawaii, Queen's Bath offers a stunning but dangerous swim. Formed by volcanic rock at the ocean's edge, the tide pool looks calm, but it hides brutal force. Locals warn that rogue waves, driven directly by the powerful open sea, crashing against the rocks beside it, often slam swimmers against stone walls or drag them out to sea. One October 2023 incident involved 3 men caught in a whirlpool inside the pool. One of them never resurfaced. Islanders say nearly all accidents happen to tourists who don't understand the ocean's rhythms here. That calm surface, it's deceptive. Despite warnings, people still visit to see its glassy beauty. But experts say this isn't a peaceful place to swim. It's a hazard dressed like a paradise. Number 12. The Devil's Pool, Zambia/Zimbabwe. Overlooking Victoria Falls is a narrow natural pool called the Devil's Pool. It forms only during the dry season, from mid-August to late December, when water levels drop just enough to make the pool safe. It's just 3 meters deep, right on the edge of the Zambezi River's most famous drop, over 350 feet down. A slippery rock ledge holds you in place while water rushes past. The waves here are caused by the immense force of the Zambezi River, funneling toward the cliff, where fast currents collide with the rocky edges, creating constant surges. Licensed guides from Tongabezi Lodge or Green Safaris take swimmers by boat to Livingston Island, then lead a short swim to the rim. Visitors say the thrill of floating inches from death is unlike anything else. There are no deaths recorded at the pool itself, and guides closely monitor river conditions. People thought the photos were edited. A pool at the edge of a waterfall sounded absurd, but yes, it exists, and thousands have braved it for the rush. Number 11. Alpine Panorama Sky Pool, Italy. In the heart of the Italian Dolomites, there's a pool that looks like it floats mid-air. At Alpine Panorama Hotel Hubertus, the sky pool stretches 25 meters long and hangs 12 meters above ground. Its bottom and front are glass, making swimmers feel suspended above the valley. The water stays at a toasty 33 degrees Celsius, no matter the season. Designed by the firm Noah Network of Architecture, the pool mimics a rock suspended in space. The Gasser family first opened this hotel as a guest house in 1968. Over decades, they transformed it into a full wellness resort. Besides the pool, they added Heaven and Hell, a floating spa with whirlpools and saunas that also hover over the landscape. When photos of the pool first appeared, people thought it was a digital rendering, but it's very real, and it's changed the meaning of infinity pool forever. Number 10. Rooftop pool in Thailand. On March 28, 2025, a powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit Myanmar. The shock traveled more than 1,000 kilometers, rattling Bangkok, Thailand. High above the city, a rooftop infinity pool at a luxury hotel suddenly went wild. Tremors shook the water so violently that waves surged over the edge, crashing down the building like a man-made waterfall. People on the street were nearly swept off their feet. A guest caught the chaos on video.
Its impact felt in cities across the region as far away as Bangkok, Thailand.
One person lounging in the pool almost got thrown into the water as surges splashed over the deck, flooding chairs and rushing down the side of the tower. On social media, many claimed the rooftop pool had collapsed, but that wasn't true. The pool stayed intact. It simply overflowed under the force of the quake. Bangkok's soft soil amplified the shaking, and when that much water had nowhere else to go, the rooftop turned into a river. Number 9. The Blue Lagoon, Iceland. Near the Svartsengi geothermal plant in Iceland, extra hot water rich in minerals accidentally formed a lagoon in the mid-1970s. People first thought it was a weird industrial runoff. Now, it's the world-famous Blue Lagoon. In 1981, a man with psoriasis found the water soothed his skin. Others followed by even scooping up the white silica sand from the lagoon's edges and put it on their faces, believing it helps cleanse and refresh the skin. By 1987, a bathhouse opened. Then, in 1992, the Blue Lagoon Company was founded. The milky blue color comes from silica reflecting sunlight. The water, filled with minerals like salt and algae, naturally renews every 40 to 48 hours. It's always warm, around 37 to 39 degrees Celsius, and only 1 to 1.5 meters deep. By 2005, they added a skincare clinic. It grew into a modern spa resort. People doubted the lagoon was natural or clean, but it is. The water is real, the color is natural, and the vibe, pure magic, without the myths. Number 8. Marina Bay Sands. Infinity Pool, Singapore. High above the skyline of Singapore, 3 towers hold a pool that defies logic. The Marina Bay Sands Infinity Pool is perched 200 meters in the air, on top of a structure called the Sky Park. It opened in June 2010. The pool stretches 150 meters long and holds over 370,000 liters of water. With edges that blend into the sky, swimmers feel like they're floating above the city. Only hotel guests can access it. Stories of people sneaking in went viral, but security keeps things tight. Number 7. Kelly Slater's Surf Ranch, California. Somewhere near Fresno, California, sits a wave pool that took surfing to the next level. The Surf Ranch, created by champion surfer Kelly Slater, makes perfect waves far from any ocean. The dream started in 2007. By December 5, 2015, Slater rode the first artificial wave. The pool stretches 700 meters long and 150 meters wide. That's nearly 2 football fields end to end. A hydrofoil under the water moves at about 30 kilometers per hour, pushing water to make a 6-foot-high wave that lasts 45 seconds. Scientists shaped the pool's bottom using special computer models to create channels that calm the water after each wave. But even in a controlled pool, surfing can be dangerous. Surfers risk cuts from boards, sprained ankles, broken bones, and even concussions if they wipe out hard on the powerful artificial waves. Number 6. Leandro Ehrlich's Fake Swimming Pool, Japan. Artist Leandro Ehrlich created Swimming Pool, an optical illusion that debuted in 2001 at the Venice Biennale. Now permanently displayed at the 21st Century Museum of Contemporary Art in Kanazawa, Japan, the pool looks full of water, but no one gets wet. A pane of glass is placed over a blue-painted room. On top of the glass, just 10 centimeters of water. From above, it seems like people are walking underwater. From below, visitors inside the empty space look up through a rippling surface. The dimensions vary, but one version measures about 6 meters by 2.8 meters by 3 meters. Many thought it was just a Photoshop trick, but it's real architecture, real water, and pure artistic genius. Number 5. The Queen Mary Haunted Pool, California. Now, let's go ghost hunting. Aboard the RMS Queen Mary, permanently docked in Long Beach, California, sits a drained first-class swimming pool that's earned a haunted reputation. Once a luxurious place for wealthy passengers to relax, it's now the center of countless ghost stories. After retiring from service, the ship was turned into a floating hotel, which only added to its eerie charm. Visitors report hearing phantom splashes, wet footprints, and echoes of laughter. One legend centers on a little girl named Jackie, said to have drowned there, though ship records never confirm it. Guests have seen a woman in a 1930s swimsuit. Some say they've heard children giggling when no one's there. No official proof supports these sightings, but the stories won't stop. The Queen Mary offers ghost tours of the pool area, leaning into the legend. Number 4. The Red Blood Pool, Thailand. On Koh Samui Island in Thailand, at a hotel called The Library, there's a pool that turns heads and raises eyebrows. It looks like it's filled with blood, but it's just tile and light doing the work.
The pool could be anywhere from luminous fire red to deeply saturated blood red.
The red pool is lined with mosaic tiles in red, orange, and yellow. When sunlight hits the water, the entire surface glows deep red. Against the hotel's white architecture and green trees, it stands out like a surreal painting. Some tourists thought the photos were fake or even edited to look dramatic. But the color is real, caused by reflection and refraction. The pool is shallow enough for the tiles to show clearly, and from certain angles, the water may even shift from red to purple or dark orange. Red umbrellas and lounge chairs around it complete the effect. Number 3. The Homestead Crater, Utah. Buried under a beehive-shaped limestone dome in Midway, Utah, there's a warm water pool that's 10,000 years in the making. It's called the Homestead Crater, and it's the only warm scuba diving location in the continental United States. Formed by heated groundwater rising through mineral layers, the crater is 55 feet tall and holds water that's 90 to 96 degrees Fahrenheit. The pool is 65 feet deep and spans over 400 feet at the base. For anyone with thalassophobia, the fear of deep, hidden water, this place can feel less like a spa and more like a nightmare. Originally, people had to rappel in through a hole at the top. In 1996, a tunnel was blasted into the side, allowing easy access. Today, it's part of the Homestead Resort, offering swimming, scuba diving, snorkeling, and even paddleboard yoga. Some guests come just to float in silence, surrounded by ancient stone. It's warm, deep, and nothing short of spectacular. Number 2. Scandinavian winter swimming pools. When winter hits hard in Scandinavia, most people bundle up. But locals in Sweden, Denmark, and Finland take a different approach. They jump into freezing outdoor water. Winter swimming is a cultural ritual. In Copenhagen, winter swimming clubs have wait lists stretching for years. Members cut holes in frozen lakes, dip into icy harbor baths where the water can drop to 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and then warm up in traditional saunas. The practice goes back centuries. Some bathhouses along the Swedish coast were built in the 1800s. In Denmark, modern harbor baths stay open year-round, even in snow. But doctors warn that sudden immersion in near-freezing water can shock the body, spike blood pressure, and in some cases trigger hypothermia or even cardiac arrest if swimmers aren't careful. Number 1. Ubud Hanging Gardens Pool, Bali. Deep in the jungle near Ubud, Bali, the Hanging Gardens of Bali hides a pool that seems to float in the sky. Built in 2005, this 2-tiered infinity pool mirrors the curves of rice terraces on a steep hillside. Architect Popo Danes used volcanic stone and solidified ash to shape a pool that looks like it's dripping into the forest below, almost as if it could slip away at any moment. The top tier spills into the lower level, creating the illusion of swimming above the canopy, where the drop feels endless and unsettling. The resort includes 38 villas, each with a heated plunge pool. Paths are so steep, guests ride a funicular to get around. Its slow crawl through the dense jungle can feel more like entering a hidden lair than a luxury resort. The Hanging Gardens pool has been called the most amazing in the world by travel magazines. Visitors say it feels surreal, like floating above trees in complete silence. So tell me, would you ever swim with sharks or take a dip in a pool hanging 40 stories above the street? Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed it. Do you have a screenshot of anyone saying this?